All right, listen up, you cosmic hooligans. I'm back. It's Uncle Makara. All relations, man. All relations. Let's get started today, gods and goddesses in training. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new and you are acquainted to this channel right now, you better hit that like and subscribe button. I don't know what you're doing without it, right? Like, you got to support the movement. It's an egregore. It's going to grow every time that there's a new subscriber. So anyway, let's talk about this divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? Let's talk about this topic because it's brought up way too much in the spiritual communities without even much context. You can just classify and self-proclaim, I'm a divine masculine, I'm a divine feminine, okay? But where is your connection to source? Where is your connection to self even? A lot of people like to talk and yap about these things, but are you embodying them? That's the first thing. That's the first thing you got to understand. Okay? Anybody can plaster on a label and say, I'm divine masculine, I'm divine feminine. But what it really is, the essence of it, is what we're going to explore today. Y'all are out here confusing divine masculine and divine feminine like it's an astrological Tinder match that's gone wrong. This isn't about who texts first or who manifests harder. This is a game of polarity. And the primal law of polarity says you're having a cosmic tango with reality itself. You're dancing with existence. You're flowing through the matrix. Everything in this hologram comes through opposites, if you've noticed, okay? Hot and cold, up and down, and the spectrum between it, right? Because in the Hermetic principles, they say the law of vibration, but vibration is to varying degrees, therefore it's a spectrum. So when we consider the law of polarity, we've also got to consider the law of vibration, the law of rhythm, okay? So everything in creation comes down to this magnetic pole between opposites, right? Hot and cold, sun and moon, structure and chaos, warrior and priestess. Let's go, or let's feel into this. So think of divine masculine as that thrusting force. Okay? Bow chicka wow wow, what you want to say. The penetrative direction, the logistical commander, okay? The space holder, the cosmic Purusha, the Shiva container, the one that sets the boundaries like enough is enough, but is also deeply connected with the idea of everything will unfold as it naturally should. This trust between this dual nature of life gives you a deep understanding about divine masculine, divine feminine. We ride at dawn, says the divine masculine, even when it's like 3 a.m. That's just what he does. He's unapologetically himself. And this energy is this directedness, this carving this path with its electricity. Take the opposite, the lunar quality. This is a solar quality, right? The lunar quality is the subconscious, the feminine. The feminine is oceanic, unpredictable, chaotic, sensual depth, and the receptive mystery. A wild oracle who whispers, have you felt the frequency of this moment? While holding an entire galaxy of emotions in one hand. That's true emotional intelligence, is the integration of the light and the dark. That's an integrated woman or an integrated man. They are not wounded or toxic, as this, New Age likes to say. So one initiates, the other invites. One builds things, the other births things. One channels and one flows. One shouts and one sings. It's the dance of this difference that makes life exciting, novel, unique, spontaneous, intimate, deep. I could keep going. If both energies are too alike, they might even get a little bit opposed by like two north poles of the magnet, right? No juice, no charge, no zzz, right? Electromagnetism. There's none of that happening. because there's no chemistry, there's no polarity. You see? If you stay in your masculine polarity, she can relax more into her feminine. And if she relaxes more into her feminine, you can relax more in your masculine. So it's this giving and receiving that's happening and creating this beautiful dance, this interdependence with each other, which is fascinating to see it evolve in another person, how they communicate, how they hold true to their values, you know? It's wonderful to witness. The pure ascetic Shiva needs a wild Kali to keep him on his toes a little bit, right? He can't just be fully relaxed. He's got to be relaxed and alert. That is alpha wave frequency. That's a brainwave frequency, but it's also an alpha male behavior. A soft, heart-centered muse is pulled towards the gravitational energy of the man's grounded nature. So to hold her through everything, right? Like to hold her through the storm, through the pain, through the confusion. Because what is masculine energy? It's congruence. It's eternal. It doesn't change. It just is. It truly just is. It is beingness. And the rest of the world, the things you're experiencing, right? The winds, the music you listen to, that's all feminine energy. You guys are getting this? Give me a thumbs up if you get this. So the divine masculine isn't some gym bro yelling about stoicism while he's like emotionally suppressing himself into a coma. Real masculine energy is about being the pillar, the oak tree, the strong mountain, standing firm as life tries to topple him down. She tries to scratch on his pillar. Eventually her tools break. If you are real, if you are Vajra, if you are true, and you stay in this yang energy, everything will unfold as it should. So he is presence incarnate, okay? He fears nothing, not even the wildness of the feminine, because he knows she's actually testing him to see if he will flinch. He pierces through illusion like a blade, cutting away any hesitation, any doubt, and that weak, I don't know, babe, where do you want to eat type of energy. He transmutes his pain into power, structure into vision, potential into action. Disempowered masculine, on the other hand, oftentimes he'll collapse into weakness or go full tyrant mode, almost like treating discipline like a punishment instead of a purpose. That's not divine masculine. That's just a dude scared of his own true death. Now the feminine energy. Feminine energy is, I feel it all. The divine feminine isn't just about hippie vibes and flowing skirts. This is raw, uncontainable life force. I mean, what are you saying, guys? You're painting it out to be this like little flowery energy. But this is the goddess of storms, the siren of the seas, the fertile mother, the cosmic seductress. She can either birth a new universe or burn one down completely. And this is depending on the masculine's ability to hold her. Because holding implies a protectiveness, a protection that she needs in order to fully relax into her authentic nature. Why do you need both divine masculine and divine feminine as a man or a woman or whatever gender? Do you just want to be an unseasoned potato? Ever meet a dude that's like super in his masculine, but he's also super rigid, like an old leather belt? No juice, no flow, just spreadsheets and documents. Bro's out here treating life like a checklist instead of an adventure. Then there's this other type, floating through life's vibes like incense smoke. Afraid to commit to anything because he's feeling into his emotions like a wet napkin. You know, really soft, really just super nurturing, but isn't threatening to his environment. It doesn't feel dangerous or strong as a man. The most potent people will learn to integrate both of these polarities, the masculine and the feminine, within them. You got to find the right concoction that works for you. Let's say it's 70-30, 80-20. I mean, what's really going on here internally? When they unite, the unstoppable and the immovable, the lightning and the thunder, the Shiva Shakti yin yang, those two energies create what is called a heros gamos, or god and goddess uniting. But don't neuter yourself, okay? Don't chastise yourself. Don't feel repressed and ashamed of yourself. Men don't run from feeling, but don't get lost in feeling either. You feel me? Feel it fully and then channel it into divine action. Women, don't suppress your wildness, but don't lose yourself in the chaos either. Be untamed, yet deeply rooted and connected. When polarity is honed, attraction works like magic. When it's watered down, you get a bunch of people spiritually friend-zoning each other. So choose now. Are you the stagnant pond or the raging river that cuts through mountains? The choice is yours. Now go forth and be dangerously harmonized. I think the perfect analogy for the divine masculine and feminine is the oyster and the pearl. You as the man are the oyster. You are that protective shell for her to do what she needs to do. So maybe you as a man also need to expand your container in order for her to flow with more range within your boundaries. Okay? So you are the oyster, and then you help her to radiate or shine in her light, in her feminine. So I think that's a beautiful analogy. I forgot where I first heard this analogy, but it's just stuck with me. And I think as I help different couples with their relationships, a lot of times I notice similar patterns. A lot of similar patterns in guys is they just shut down, they stonewall, they don't speak about it with anyone. They harvest and harness all these emotions and just kind of keep it all inside. Passive aggressive they become. And then women, maybe they feel almost outcasted or like doesn't feel connected to the family unit. Or I'm speaking in India, right? I'm coming from India. Sort of feels like they've lost that zest for life, or that excitement about life, or that adventure in life. So both of these energies are missing that pillar of excitement, of enjoyment, right? So actually the key here to be in your divine masculine, divine feminine is to understand what is the most optimal for me, but also what is the most fun for me, okay? When you maximize what you can optimize and you can enjoy it, that's going to be like your sweet spot, your rhythm, your zone, your element. You are going to be there and live there and understand your divine masculine or divine feminine energy from that place where you allow yourself to actually feel through it and understand what it means to you rather than just the superficial metrics of what it could mean to you, right? So this is really, really key and important. Thank you for tapping in. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. May the flow be with you. May we never be the same again. Let's get it. Upward spiral.